From that day onwards, a new life begins. And therefore, to announce the Jubilee year means to tell to the people, past is forgotten, past is forgiven. Forget about the past. Let us hope for the future. Let us look for the future. And because the Lord is with us and with the Lord, let us go ahead. And that is the meaning of the last word of Jesus, which he has pronounced from the cross. What is that? It is consummated. It is finished. Means what? The actual meaning of the word is, I have paid in full. There is no more loan. There is no more debt. There is nothing that is left over. Through my debt, I have paid in full. And now to announce this, the Lord through his death and resurrection has paid everything. And therefore, nothing of the past is remembered. Come on, let's stand up again and go ahead. Is the good news that I and you, through our life, require to proclaim to the world. Now this is the mission of you and me. As I told you earlier, in this third millennium, in this 21st century, the role of the laity is greater than before. And one of the reasons is the very nature of the laity. Laity, by its very nature, enjoys a certain amount of secularization. For example, there are a lot of things I as a priest can't do. A sister can't do. But the lay people, by the very nature of their secular ideology, being with the people of other religions, other faiths, people of other mentality, are able to do a lot of things which a structured church is most of the time, fails to do or finds difficulty in doing. And therefore, the beautiful words of Jesus, you are the salt of the earth, you are the light of the world, become more prominent today than before. If we, the salt of the earth, if we, the light of the world, people who are baptized, people of hope, people who have given this beautiful, gracious moment of grace, if we ourselves lose this taste of the salt, if we ourselves lose this light and walk in darkness, I think the end of the world is very imminent. And we who have hope, and that Jesus is our hope, we ourselves fail to give hope to the people, that the whole world will live in a world of hopelessness. And you don't require a worse tragedy than that. And therefore, the laity of today require to understand this responsibility and take new impetus to go out and proclaim this good news which the Lord himself has given us or commanded us. How shall we do it? One of the most beautiful ways is by leavening the society. By being an yeast to the society. How much of the yeast do you put when you want to leaven the dough? A small amount. And therefore it is not the magnanimity of our Catholic numbers that actually matter. It is the depth and the power of grace that works in and through our Catholic families that matter a lot. And therefore our primary concern today is how to leaven the society. How to be a yeast in this secularized world. And to understand this mission of becoming an yeast, of leavening the society, we require to come to the understanding what is the world in which we are living in. I want to take you around for two or three dimensions of our present day world. Number one, the world of today suffers from secularism. The word secularism is very, very, what is called naive, or what I call, it actually, takes you away from the reality. It eclipses the reality, what is called the truth. That's how I put it. What do I mean by that? Everyone today speaks about secularism. Everyone today speaks about democracy. Everybody today speaks about freedom. But what we understand by that freedom, what we understand by the democracy, what we understand by secularism is quite opposite of these three words. And therefore in the name of secularism, we have reached a moment of agnosticism, we have reached a moment of atheism, where the God experience and the presence of the Lord is totally removed out of our societies. And therefore, we have come to a culture where godless society and with God society. And as a result of this, so many side effects in this world of today. And one of the side effects is reducing human person to an instrument. Making a human person another machine. The cloning, ideology of the cloning was one of the best examples of this. And therefore reducing even respect and dignity to life. Reducing the other just for a utilitarian motive. Reducing other for the commercial motives. For example, the way that we use ladies for the commercial motives. You see? Using the other, especially children, for so mechanistic ideologies of life. And therefore, we have come to a stage where the value, dignity, respect of human person, who is the crown of creation, is totally destroyed. All in the name of liberty, all in the name of democracy, and all in the name of, individuality. And as a result, what happened? Every human person lives in a certain amount of angst, anxiety, restlessness. And what's the result? Terrorism, war, fight. Brother doesn't believe his brother. Brother fights against his brother. Country warring against country. Religion warring against religion. And this is the tragedy of today. And we all know what I'm talking about. In the name of, again, democracy, wars have been waged. Actually, it is not democracy at all. It is the ideology of neo-colonization. Economic neo-colonization. Don't think the Western world is so stupid. And don't think the developing worlds are also so stupid to understand. They don't understand the intricacies of all this. And therefore, into this world, I and you are sent today, my dear friends. Where the world is totally lost in a hopeless situation, where it doesn't find a hope. The beauty of our life is there. Through our life, we proclaim to the world, there is still hope. Because we are not a people of Good Friday alone. We are the people of the resurrection. And therefore, wherever there is resurrection, there requires to be new life. And there requires to be a new, what is called, ideology of new momentum. I can just tell you a small example. How today the world moves into this new hope. In India, we have come across a situation of total hopelessness in the line of corruption. Corruption everywhere. And corruption from bottom line to the top line. And even in these years, just in these months, we came across at least half a dozen scams. And every Indian citizen was thinking, where do we stand today? What shall we do about it? And then mushrooms. Anna Hazare, one great Gandhian, he has started 3 days ago, fast unto death for anti-corruption law. And you don't believe the amount of support. Every youth movement, every students from their college, youngsters from their colleges are supporting now. They want to come out of the colleges, they want to get into the street and give full support to this man so that to make this as a greatest, what is called, movement in India against corruption. You see the hope. You see how the hope is coming up. And this is the beauty of our life. Of course, the reason behind this great response is, again, the media. I'll be speaking about the media a little later. The use of media in our evangelization. I'll be using that. And therefore, now the beauty of our life is that we are the people who can give this hope to the people. How shall we give hope to the people? Maybe we're required to go a little slowly and get back to the origin of our source, to the origin of our life, that is Jesus himself. And therefore, the first thing that we require to do in this 21st century is inculcate within yourself a tremendous God experience, and therefore Abba experience. There is no mission possible without this Abba experience. And therefore, it is easy to do things, but you can't give it to others what you don't have. If I ask someone, will you please at this moment give me $1 million? He would say, sir, Father, can I give you tomorrow? I will go to my bank and give you a check. No, I want cash. He will say no. Why? He has not brought such a big money here with him. See, what he doesn't have, he can't give it to others. And therefore, if I don't have God experience, if I have not witnessed in my own life the experience of the divine, how can I give it to others? And therefore, the first thing that is required in our life is an intense God experience.